The Mini weighs right at 13.95 ounces, 14 ounces for all practical purposes with the sheath. Without the sheath, it weighs in at a whopping 12.45 ounces. Now the Mini, the way it comes is razor sharp. It'll shave the hairs on your arm. But even after a couple months use, taking a little bit of care not to damage the edge, all you need to do is to strop it on a leather strop with a little bit of rouge, pretty much like I do my carving knives, about 20 times per side, and that will maintain this edge just as razor sharp as when you got it. Now I'm not going to say that this is something you'd want to do on a regular basis, but if you had to, and all you had was the Mini, you can take and slice a nice thin tomato for your sandwich. The Mini was developed by Lennart Peterson. He is a axe smith, a knife smith, an avid backpacker and fisherman, and looking back on the 1,000-year history of Europeans carrying belt axes, he put together this design, 2.5-inch cutting face, 10-inch hickory handle, flattened back edge almost as a hammer shape. He made a very useful, lightweight, easy to carry tool. And you can consider these things an investment. They're so well made. They even carry a 20-year guarantee. I could see this thing lasting, you know, a lifetime and passing it on down to someone else. Each one of the axes made is made by an individual axe smith. They make it from the blank on up to the finished product. And one of the things they do is they'll stamp their initials in the head of the axe. This one has a UN stamped in the head of it. This is Ulrik Nilsson. He's the man that made my axe, and he did a good job at it. A lot of people like carrying a larger knife, and I was one of the ones that was considering doing that over opposed to my neck knife. But then I saw this and opportunity came up to get one, and one of the things that I like about this, while you can baton with a large knife has a very thin profile. While this axe has a very thin profile, you'll notice it is tapered, so it is a wedge. So when batoning, you don't have to beat it down all the way through the piece of wood. The head actually works as a wedge and pops it faster. You can use it like this as a chisel to make fuzz sticks. It does an excellent job on a lot of things. You saw me playing around with it, slicing the tomato. That was just for fun. But it is a serious tool. It's very sharp. It's not a toy. Although, you know, by the size it gives a false impression. It is definitely something I'll be carrying on backpacking trips. It's definitely something I'll be carrying on day trips. Really well made, really well built. The heft of the handle, the ability to use it as a wedge to carve with, can't be beat. If you're in the market for a small axe, I highly recommend one. And that's pretty much it.